Last time on Rolling with Remix, Fallen Empires. Our heroes took some time to investigate and fortify the town square they found themselves in, looking for information as to where any of the keys that would let them into the castle district, where, undoubtedly, Rankle was. After some rest to heal up, they decided that while most of them would stay behind to fortify the town square, in case they got blindsided by apparently a mind flayer vampire, some of the party would split off into a scouting force. And so Corellian, Malifane, Momo, Raxidal, and Solana headed to the market district, but did not ring the summoning bell at the front that would have altered the district, apparently in the favor of the minotaurs that served the mind flayers. Cleverly making their way past the gatehouse, using a bag of holding to count as stowing their weapons and magic, our heroes looked around the sprawling, yet waterlogged and mostly destroyed, marketplace, in search of Anlin, or his resting place. For Anlin, so said their investigation earlier, was one of the market lords entrusted with one of the king's keys to his castle. However, they were not the only ones looking through the wreckage. Several more of the clockwork creatures, like those they had found in the sewers, apparently known as Ahu Nixta, were scrounging through the rubble, looking for anything metallic, for no doubt sinister purposes. After a skirmish in the plaza, many of the Ahu Nixta lay dead, and the others retreated to parts unknown. Taking time to recuperate after the battle, Raxidal opened up conversation with his fellow adventurers about who they were and where they came from. Also where he came from himself, and the fact that he had twin girls who were staying with his sister at the moment, and that he wanted to maintain contact, but after the ship sank and he got caught up in the fight against Dragatha, it has been difficult to maintain that contact. Solana herself spoke up, for as briefly as Solana tends to speak up, saying that her own home was destroyed and taken over by lizard folk long ago. After the rest and reminiscing, our heroes headed into the building known as Anlin's Anvil, apparently one of the only forges still working, and then only because an Ifriti, a being of elemental fire, was bound to it. Our heroes agreed to help free him, locating the objects that were used to ritually bind him in place, and handing them over to be destroyed. The Ifriti paused before heading back, however, saying that they were the only people who did not ask for something in return during his whole stay, and that he could not simply let that go and be in their debt, offering his services, which, in all likelihood, included information. What information could the Ifriti give our heroes? Will they be able to find one of the keys to the castle? And what sort of guardian would that key have? Find out on tonight's episode of Rolling with Remix, Fallen Empires.